is the #1 solid surface in the world, second to none. Visit Home International Limited at 104 Constant Spring Road. Telephone 876-755-1970 or 876-276-6448. Open Mondays to Fridays, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. and on Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Leave me alone with my glass. Oh, someone I go like them, no one give homage to the debt advance. Look how much of them and you me help. Look how much of them borrow my style and didn't say buy me a flash. Me no really worry about the chats. Me no worry about some little man who I tried this for soon last. What you see how you get knocked up aside. Always create moments we never live in at the past. From little me I say anytime me get in me I feel like for impact.
It's that time, folks. That's Impact by Alkaline, and if you want impact, you're in the right place. I was gonna make a Cliff Hughes impact joke, but it never worked out. So it's whatever, man. It's whatever. Folks, you tuned into the comment section. It's another week. I'm Mahir Stewart.
And I'm Shalois Michael.
Folks, it is that time. It is your turn to share your thoughts and comments on trending issues on all media platforms. That was Alkaline Impact, and there's a reason for that, yes, but you're gonna have to stay tuned for what's cooking. But until we get there, let's talk about what's cooking.
The public opinion.
Yeah.
The government has tabled a landmark beach access and management policy framework to address long-standing public concerns regarding access to the island's coastline. The changes focus on replacing outdated laws and physically upgrading facilities to ensure citizens can enjoy their national heritage. So, in the public opinion this evening, we're asking, what's your reaction to changes that will open up beaches to the public?
All right, so we're going to start off with Facebook. Philip Jackson was none too pleased last time out that we didn't, we didn't read his comment first. So you're going to be the first comment today, Philip Jackson. Don't you worry, yeah? Philip Jackson says, well, this is important because it's therapeutic for the human mind to be able to go get a swim. But please sing this on the beach bits of paper laying on the ground. Make the place untidy. Pick them up. Clean up after yourself. Please and thanks. Don't be a problem to garbage. Pile up. Be a solution. Don't spoil the privilege. Celebrate it.
Yeah. Winston says, isn't Jamaica's beaches always open to the public?
And that's where we need to start. That's where we need to start discussing this, yes?
No.
Because I'm pretty sure you cannot walk onto Sandals Beach or Rio Beach.
I mean, of course we do have free beaches.
Correct.
The ones that we know and love and we always go. We have others where you can pay a little fee, a little $1,000, like 15 bills, and you go in. Yeah. And then there are others like, you want to mention.
Ones that you can only access via
the hotels or the resorts.
So I wouldn't say always been open. Well, to an extent, yes, they are open.
It's very complicated. It's not just willy-nilly free like that.
Correct. Yeah. Campbell Albert says, great news. Let's make the best use of it and be responsible users.
Natalie Winter says, amen, amen. Long overdue for sure. Let's see how this plays out, and I hope it brings more opportunities for everyone.
Pamela Bennett says, it's very good news. And Fitz and Sutanya says, it should have never been closed to the public to begin with. We're moving back in the right direction if this is really what's happening. So let's talk about beaches for a bit. First of all, I'm not a beach person at all.
You prefer the river?
Yeah, beaches are still fine though. I told you all the time, and like, what I hate the most about beaches is sand. I hate sand. I think sand is
I don't mind the sand.
Sand is very annoying, man.
It gets annoying when you're done.
Yeah, but even
so like after everything you want to go wash off or whatever, like it's no matter where it is, you just find sand for your body.
It's more than that, man. It's when breeze blowing sand is gonna like. Sand annoys me. I don't hate the beach that much though. It's not really hatred. It's just there are things about it that annoy me. But in terms of access to the beaches, I was thinking when I went to Daytona Beach in Florida 2 years ago. The last time I went, I didn't go on the beach, but the first time I went, the beaches, the coast, completely open to the public. Completely open to the public. And the whole stretch had hotels on them. And people just walking like it was nothing.
So they didn't need any beach access pass from the hotel or whatever?
No, because I was in a separate, I was at a motel, right? So I come out of the motel and the whole beach is behind me, the whole stretch. Gone up this way, gone up this way. And you can walk the whole stretch of it, and there were other properties, other businesses on that stretch.
Still operating.
Still operating. Some were hotels that I wasn't in. I just walked past them. And there were vehicles driving on the coast. As a matter of fact, there was a police vehicle driving along the coast as well. And person just walking like it's nothing.
Because I think in this one, they would need an access from the hotel.
Right.
A beach pass access. And the Jabem's president, Dr. Devon Taylor, he was saying it's essentially a remake of the old framework. He's saying this new framework is essentially a remake of the old one because certain restrictions are still in place.
Right.
And that's why he was calling on the government to withdraw it and, go back to the drawing board. Get more consultations and so on.
Well, let's switch on over to Instagram now. Robert Gregory Luars says, I hope the people keep it clean. Cheers.
Spy says something similar. He says, enforce the anti-litter law to the max because somehow we just throw garbage anywhere. Pet peeve.
Oof. Hate seeing people litter. It's so gross. I thought we always had access and the hoteliers pretended not to know. Back in the day, I used to back and forth with hotel security until they would send someone to escort me through to the high water mark. By the time I reached 24, I couldn't bother to fight anymore. Beaches should not be owned by anyone. The land above the beach fine and access paths must be created and they must be usable.
And Knoxley says, the beach is part of who we are in Jamaica. Beaches aren't just tourist attractions. They're tied to family gatherings, community life, cultural identity. So opening them feels like giving people back a piece of themselves.
That's an interesting,
this.
It's an interesting point by Kimmy that said, she said, the land should be fine in terms of ownership, but the beach shouldn't. And that's an interesting point because let's think about it. If I had a mansion, right? If I was like a high-ranking member of society and I had like a mansion or something, I'm trying to not be near people, and people could just access my land by just coming on the beach. Feel away, that wouldn't feel. You know what I'm saying?
Point.
Like, but at the same time, if it's a case where the argument
there's
is
a line where the property don't belong to you anymore.
Right, yeah. Or the fact that every Jamaican is entitled to using the beach, then does how I feel about that even matter? It's an interesting situation, man. But what's this? They will harass you on local beaches. I don't want that. I want to full enjoy my vacation, says Novelet Smith.
Carlene Smith says all bodies of water belong to the people.
But that's a whole different discussion because when you talk about water bodies, you're talking about rivers as well. And like waterfalls, because like YS Falls should be made public then, is technically what you'd be saying by saying that.
In a sense.
Yeah. But I don't know. But I do think there could be some detriment into just opening the beaches up. I feel like the argument about littering is a valid one given what people do with the spaces they're already allowed to use on a daily basis.
And also what you mentioned as it relates to private property. Right.
Like, that's a very interesting question now that I'm thinking about it. Like,
I think in this policy, you do have access to private beaches on private property, but you'd have to ensure that, I'm trying to get it correct, I think you'd have to have some sort of an agreement with the owner.
Oof.
Not document-wise, but just ensure that whatever recreational activity you're doing there is peaceful in a way where it doesn't disrupt the owner.
I
think
hear you.
Something like that.
What's the best beach you've ever been to?
Oh my gosh.
I feel like it's Is Bluefields the best beach I've ever been to? Maybe. I think it's probably Bluefields. Oh, Margaritaville had a cool beach.
We have some good beaches in Jamaica, and I've been to Sandantan.
Never heard of it. Where was that?
I don't even remember, to be honest.
Crazy.
Plus the ones in Ochi, the Duns River,
oh yeah, I have been to Duns River Beach. That was a long time ago though.
I'm trying to remember the other one, and it's so I like that one.
Knoxley says licensed beach in St. Thomas is free but only pay for parking. You know which beach I always see people go to and I've never been to? Bob Marley Beach. I've always seen persons posting pictures from over there. I don't even know where it is. I need to look that up. Flavors.
You ever been to Hellshire?
No, Hellshire's never heard of it. Well, I shouldn't say I've never heard of Hellshire. Obviously, I've heard of Hellshire.
Exactly, 'cause
but
I'm
I've never been to Hellshire before.
That's alright, man. That's cool.
I went to this place called Sea Riv. I think it is in Saint Elizabeth, where the river, literally meets the sea.
Ooh.
So if you're in it, you can just feel it transition from cold river water to warm sea. It's very interesting. Yeah. I have a private beach at my home, no kidding. Big up you, Dennis Barnaby.
Right?
Us when. Well, actually, would I even want to live near a beach? After what I just saw on October 28th? I don't know, man. But, folks, we're going to get back to some of these beach comments later because there's a lot coming in. But that's public opinion for now. We're going to take a quick break and then we're going to find out what's cooking on the socials.
Join the National Cleanup and Volunteer Drive. Let's restore our communities one street, one home, one heart at a time. Sign up at supportjamaica.gov.jm. The time by the Office of the Prime Minister is
16 minutes after 7.
Every day, Rosie has a glass of fruit drink with breakfast, an energy drink on the way to work, a flavored water with lunch, and 2 glasses of soda with dinner, which adds up to more than 50 teaspoons of sugar a day. And all that extra sugar could bring on obesity. Are we drinking ourselves sick? 71% of Jamaicans support a tax on sugary drinks. Help tackle obesity and protect our children's future. A message from the Heart Foundation of Jamaica.
What's Cooking is brought to you by Cleasing Industrial Limited, Jamaica's leading distributor of industrial automation and control solutions.
Welcome back to the comments section. I'm Shaloy.
And I'm Mahiri.
And now we're going to see what's cooking on the socials.
Cooking on the socials today is the man himself. Dance hall star Alkaline. Historic weekend in New York. He became the youngest dance hall artist to headline and sell out a solo show at the Barclays Center on Saturday. And it was intense.
Yes, we were watching the snippets.
Indeed, we were watching the snippets and people looked like they were having the time of their life, including one girl in particular.
Yes.
But you were going to see the video real soon. But for those of you who don't know, the Barclays Center is where the Brooklyn Nets play basketball. It's a multi-purpose arena. And it was used this time to host this concert. And there's a bit of a debate taking place right now in terms of Alkaline and being able to achieve this feat. But yeah, folks, shout out Alkaline, man. And on top of that, Alkaline is going to be here.
Yes.
In Jamaica.
I think it's March 28th.
This Saturday.
Yeah.
March 28th. Down the road, Police Officers Club. So that's Hope Road, yeah?
And I've been seeing the posters.
They're everywhere. They're
even
everywhere.
If it just in the back, it's like March 28th, Alkaline headline.
And that's
something.
good.
That's
good advertising.
That's good advertisement.
Because people
right
don't
there.
know Alkaline.
Yeah.
They just see that picture of him standing up so with the shades.
Yes.
And like, yeah, man, Alkaline concert coming up.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be very interesting, man. But let's just talk about this as a feat. This is New York, you know. And you seen the video. You saw the amount of people in there for a sold out arena. And I'm trying to figure out. We have
the video.
Yeah, we have the video. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, folks. So this is no ordinary show on the corner of the road. This is a full capacity crowd, and it says here the Barclays Center has a seating of 17,000 for NBA games, 19 for concerts. So that's almost 20,000 people came out in New York to see Alkaline. I think that's huge, man.
That is huge.
And you know what it teaches me? It shows not just how big our artists are elsewhere. I think some people have the notion that people only bust in a Jamaica and they can't do nothing outside. But I think people like Cartel have proven that. People like Chronics have proven that. They can sell out shows anywhere. And speaking of that very argument, there's an argument brewing on the socials right now because someone said, Proud of Alkaline, not gonna lie. And Priest said, dog never forgot prison for do it. And now everyone is saying
of course
that Cartel only sell out show because of prison hype and couldn't do this otherwise. And I don't know about that.
I don't know if I agree.
I don't know about that because I think people are going to use the argument of Freedom Street and him just come out. So go National Stadium, and obviously because people haven't seen him in so long, they're ready to see him now. I guess it's absence making the heart grow fonder. But I think persons who say that underestimate the star power of Vybz Kartel. You know, I feel like it's almost disrespectful to imply that maybe all right. If
go ahead. No, my thing is when he went to prison, he was already big, and even during his time there, he remained, you know.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Him being gone, I feel
it didn't make him irrelevant.
No, it wouldn't have made him irrelevant. What all I'm saying is, I feel like there is some argument that him being gone added to the anticipation of the crowd to see him live because there was no way because he was incarcerated. So now that he's out, that thing that was once a rarity is no longer a rarity, and that's why that's an argument for why Freedom Street sell out. But to imply that Cartel without the prison stuff wouldn't have been able to achieve these feats is crazy. I think people are underestimating how big Vybz Kartel was in his prime and is still right now. And that is not even, I don't even see the need for this. People, we know Cartel and Alkaline.
We're going to always pit them against each other.
People, people always have the Cartel Alkaline beef. But I don't see the need for that right now, man. I feel like it's a pointless argument. But are his eyes okay? Yeah, man. They're fine. A clash between Cartel and Alkaline? Ooh. I don't know about that, But if you want to see a clash between Cartel and somebody, you can see the Movado one that they're going to have at Sumfest, which I think should be interesting. But you watched the Cliff interview.
Oh, dear, I remember.
And I asked him about Cartel. What he say? Isn't he locked up?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And I remember Cartel was on ER and them asking about Alkaline, and Cartel said, it's great. It's a nice water.
Yes.
I was like, okay, I see what's going on here. But yeah, interesting discussion. We have an even more interesting discussion to close out what's cooking. A certain tweet, I feel like it was just a regular tweet that everyone saw and was like, huh?
Yes.
Well, let's see what the YouTubers have to say about this one. So asking for meat at a meat shop seems to be quite the controversy. So in the middle right here, we have Mark Bites on X who says, asked at a meat shop if they have pig carcass. And it caused confusion. They didn't know what he was talking about. And so there's one half of person saying the people at the meat shop should know what pig carcass is, and the other half are saying, why you ask somebody for pig carcass? And so people don't know what that is. Where do you land on this?
Mahiri, I would never go to a meat shop and ask for carcass.
What would you ask for instead?
Just meat, just the parts. 1 pound of this, 1 pound of that, 2 pound of this. Why you gonna say?
So what was he trying to get by asking for pig carcass?
I think he wanted just the meat itself to cook.
Right.
But normally you're going to the shop, don't you say 3 pound of chicken back, 3 pound of chicken? You don't say 3 pound of chicken carcass. Like, what's the need?
No, but his argument was that pig carcass was on.
It was on the sign.
The thing.
Yes.
Says that how you don't know what you sell, which is valid.
Would you go and order pig carcass? Like, what's your natural?
I've never heard the term pig carcass in my life.
We don't talk like that. My hearing, nobody not gonna shut God and say carcass.
YouTubers, help me out here, man. Is Mark Bites on the wrong side of history by asking for pig carcass, or does he have an argument? I told Shalwa she could lead this argument, man. I've never been to a meat shop like that ever.
What do you mean you never been to a meat shop?
So I shouldn't say been to, that's a lie. I've never bought meat like that before. Oh my God. So I don't know the terminology. But I just know for a fact.
You wouldn't.
Yeah, I've never heard pig carcass in my life. Yeah. That just don't sound like something a Jamaican would say.
We don't do that.
But, what's this? Alkaline is boring when doing interviews. He's no comparison to Carter when it comes to interviews. We're talking about Dennis Barnaby. Yeah, interviews is one aspect of it, but we were talking about stage show. Nobody never, the 20,000 people didn't go there to watch Alkaline get interviewed. And watch if we listen to his hits, Formula, Fast, all of that stuff. The new album NPT we dropped last night. That is why people tuned in. So we don't need to talk about interviews.
I'm gonna ask you a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Alkaline or Cartel?
Whoa, why would you do that to me? Why would you do that to me? What if he sees this? Whoa. Are you trying to make us go viral or something?
It's comment section. You're entitled to
I'll
your
say
own
this much,
opinion.
man. Alkaline carried me in high school, man. And I was talking to Dana about it recently. Like, we were just thinking, we were talking about this when the Cliff interview with Alkaline was making the buzz. We're just thinking about all the different Alkaline songs we know. And as somebody who isn't even a dancehall person, I know a lot of Alkaline. And I was like, bro, this guy, he might, yeah. So for me and how I grew up, I would, but then again, that's not even fair because
So
even
prep
Cartel.
school would have been Cartel.
Cartel, yes. So
And in high school,
stuff
Alkaline.
like what Clark's.
Oh my God,
That's
Clark's 1213.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's two different eras of my childhood,
Yeah.
man. But Alkaline's the most recent. That's a tough question. I might answer it when we come back from the break. That's a tough one, man. I don't have an answer for you right now, man. But maybe I'll have one when we come back from this quick break. Let's see what comment of the day is when we come back.
What's Cooking was brought to you by Cleasing Industrial Limited, Jamaica's leading distributor of industrial automation and control solutions.
Power in great moments. If you have financial needs, Chris and Charles will fix them for you. Power in great moments since 1992. Oh, we have it all. Power in great moments. Relax, you got Chris and Charles. Oh, we have it all. When you think loans, think Chris and Charles.
From the biggest tracks to the biggest energy, Nationwide keeps it moving. If you love the vibes, come and lock in with us for real.
World boss, leave a prison could stop me.
Join the Nationwide 90 FM Family Club today on Patreon.
Practice. God me say you watch you of them me practice.
We're back here on the comment section. We're winding down. Shalwa, you're gonna hate me, you know, but I feel like we really don't have enough time sometimes, you know. God no, we really don't have enough time for some of these comments.
Why
God
you say me
no,
go hate you?
because I know you love when the show ends at 7:30. But honestly, like, I'm looking through the comments right now. There's so many. There's so many I want to read.
Same.
Because forget comment of the day for a bit. We're just gonna go through what's still here. Because Dennis Barnaby asked if we talk about it, Alkaline interview with Cliff Dennis, where you been. We reference it like 3 times. And
Shallow says, "What's big carcass?"
So Shallow comment of the day, right? That's from Alex.
Yeah, Alex Smith says, "What the hell is pork? What? 1 pound of white dust? Oh, what a flour?
Yeah.
Yeah." Oh Lord.
Oh my goodness, man. One born and grow Jamaica, never hear about pig carcass before.
Right?
Oh my God, we need 30 more minutes. Listen, man. Listen.
Wait, what's your comment of the day?
Oh, instead of a comment of the day, aren't I supposed to choose
You're
between
supposed to,
Alkaline and
yes.
Cartel?
It's okay to not choose, you know.
No. That's a cop-out.
Okay.
I think Alkaline has done more for my childhood and overall life than Vibes Cartel has.
Oh wow, that's.
But the thing is, though, like even like Boss Favorite Boss, that's my bro.
I know more Cartel
than Alkaline.
songs.
But you have to remember, man. We know you love him, Sonia. That's your goat.
Sonia likes Alkaline.
She does, man, our producer. But like for me, man, yeah, I think I'd go with Alkaline. I think Alkaline's done more for my life than Cartel. But I say that as somebody who doesn't frequent. No.
Books is asking if Alkaline's in my ear, guys.
No, but Alkaline was the soundtrack to my high school life, as I said earlier. But we went to school different times, though.
The foundation starts from the beginning, when you're young. So shouldn't it be Cartel?
No, but I barely listened to any of that stuff when I was in prep school. I only vaguely heard, as opposed to properly knowing Alkaline lyrics in high school.
Taking in the lyrics.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with Alkaline, man.
Okay.
Exactly. But folks, that's been comments section. I'm Mahiri.
And I'm Shaloy.
Special thanks to our producer, Sonia Stewart, our technical engineer, Andrew Glenn Anderson, and our video editor, Demar. Alkaline's going to take us out because he's my favorite.
Okay, Mahiri. You left an impact on your life.
Always create moments we never live in at the past. From a little me, I say anytime me get in me, I feel like I impact. Set me things so I'ma get the youth, tell them I pre-said them that the thing shot. Enough man get the chance and up spend it, I don't believe in that. Man a pre-foundation.
Nationwide presents Champs 2026 Radar.